Good afternoon and welcome to our section this afternoon. Today we'll be talking about boosting confidence and creating your business plan. We have been on this section for the past 2 weeks now. Today we want to talk about how we can start working on our business plan or our career plan. As I told us initially, this event is not only for those that want to do business. It's not all women that will go into business. Some want to go back into the workforce. Some are finding it challenging which route to take. How do I re-enter the workforce? So this afternoon we are going to delve deeper into what we are expected to do that will give us more confidence on what we need to do. For the past few weeks, we've been talking about how to even start. How do you even know the idea, where to take that step, what are the things you need to do, and the likes. Today, I will do a recap of what we've been talking about. We mentioned something about knowing the activities that keeps us moving, the hobbies we love, the special skills we have. There's no human being on earth that does not have a particular skill, and this is what make way for us. So what are the skills that brings you joy? We can go back to our exercise if we have been following this section for the past 2 weeks. On the table we worked on listing 3 to 5 passions that we have. If we don't have the workbook, we can start now by filling the table. Write out 3 to 5 passion you have. 2, what are the activities that energizes us and make us feel happy? Out of all these things, what are the things that make us feel happy? Whenever we see it, we are just happy to go for it. It's something we can do for free. We need to write it out. If you have not written it, I will encourage us to do that. 3, what hobbies or interests do you spend time on? Out of all these areas of interest, you have one particular area that you can really spend time on. And 4, how do this passion make you feel? How do you feel about this passion? Anytime. One of my passion is to see people succeed, to see people grow. So even if I'm feeling tired, I want to listen to you. I want to hear what you are doing. I want to sit down with you and map out plans on how you can succeed. It's one of the passions that I feel so good about. So the same thing is going to us. What do we love doing? You love cooking? Even when you are feeling so sick, you can still cook. It's part of passion. Write it out. I want to encourage us. If you can put it in the chat, what are your passion? Write it out to inspire. Let's inspire each other. What do we have passion about? So in few seconds, because I don't want this section to be too long, I want us to put it in the chat. What, just give me 2, or let me say one of your passions in the chat. I'm waiting. Thank you. Passion. I'm waiting, mothers. Iriti Oluwa, Anisat. I think I like teaching young people. Wow, that's very nice. Impacting young people. When we impact young people, it's like we making impact to a generation. Anisat, I'm waiting for you. Teaching young people. While we wait for Anisat, I also love caring for others. Wow. This is lovely. Caring for others. These are nice areas. Teaching, caring for others. And both are very wide. This will take us, I enjoy coding, tech in general. Yeah. Funniest thing, I love baking. Wow, this is nice. I love baking. So the first for Anissa that spoke about coding, tech in general, teaching young people, love caring for others, work hand in hand, because there are 1001 applications that we can work on that can make us to achieve this goal. The same thing with baking. I remember when I was doing Uber Eats, and whenever I go to maybe restaurants to pick up food, I always have an idea of different kinds of applications we can work on that can better this field of um, can I use the word eating or cooking or baking, and we provide job opportunities for so many people, including mothers. So thank you so much for sharing. Now we'll go to identifying our target audience. With this that we have written, who are our target audience? Because this is key to creating a successful business. It helps us to understand the benefits of our product or services, and it helps us to tailor our offerings and marketing strategies. So who are our target audience? I want us to write it in a workbook, because I expect us to have a workbook by now. The purpose of this hangout is not just to come and listen, it's for us to learn. So who are our target audience? For someone that loves teaching young people, who are these young people? Is it from age 0 to 5, 6 to 10, 10 to 18? They are still young. To 21 to 25, they are still young. So who are your target audience? Love caring for people. Who are those you want to care for? Do you want to care for women that just put to bed, or that just went through surgery, or those that have Down syndrome, those that have one health challenge or the other, bedbound? Who are those you want to care for? Who are your target audience? For coding, tech in general, what aspects of coding? What aspect of tech? Baking. What aspect of baking? You want to focus only on cookies, bread, cake, or all of the above? What aspect? Who are your target audience? I want to believe we are writing. Now, after identifying our target audience, I spoke about the age. What's their age? We have to be specific. What is the age of our target audience? Their gender. Do we want to care for both male and female, or only male, or only female? Baking, is it only male, female, family? Interest, what are their interests? What do they love doing? Where can you find them? Their location? Where can you find your target audience? And what are their pain points? I remember we mentioned this last week. Pain points. This pain point is what your business will be able to solve. For someone that wants to go into baking, now, there are some people that have challenges with gluten, some have challenges with sugar, some have challenges with flour, some have challenges with what other thing do they use for baking? That it's not, they will tell you they are allergic to this particular ingredient. Will your baking services be able to address these people with specific needs? Because if you can address this, then that means you are solving some people's pain points. Everybody is baking. Everybody have maybe sugar in their recipe, but there are some specific set of people that they are ready to pay any amount you charge them, but they need something that does not have sugar. Some, they want you to bake with wheat. some with oats, some with I came across a video recently that they use cucumber. They changed it to, it was dried, then turned it to flour before it was used to bake. Will you be ready to do that? Because you need to solve someone's problem. If your services is not solving a problem, then you are just wasting your time. No matter how beautiful your website looks like or your office looks like, if you are not solving a problem, then you are not doing a business. The same thing with career. If there is no problem you are ready to solve, our first section I mentioned that job opportunities now is far beyond you submitting resume. It's more than submitting resume. Organizations want to see the problem you can solve, the value you can add to them. So what are the pain points you want to solve? Few years ago, I was opportune to take care of a particular person that had challenge with kidney. So she had a lot of restrictions on what she was expected to eat. So I have to always pay attention to whatever she's going to put in her mouth, so that it will not cause a big issue for her. So that kind of situation, I'm solving a pain point. And that helped her, because before I came in, she was already looking so, she wasn't, you would know that she was not healthy at all. Her skin was really going so dry. But in few months, by God's grace, when I started giving her attention, caring for her, that I came into her house and started taking care of her skin started glowing like a baby, because I was paying close attention to what she must eat, what she can't eat. Though at times we do have misunderstanding, we do fight, because she would be like, oh, just give me, Oluwadu say, I want this, I want to eat this. At times she wants to eat jollof rice, and normally she doesn't supposed to eat anything with tomatoes, and jollof rice will have tomatoes. So it's either I prepare her whole jollof rice without tomato, or I encourage her to eat something else if that is not available. And that is one of the things, the value we are adding to our customers, or maybe to our organizations. I hope I'm making sense.
You are really making sense. Thank you.
Yeah. So now that we know our target audience, today we will go in deeper into setting our SMART goals. Setting our SMART goals. We have to set it clear. We have to set realistic goals. It is very essential for turning our ideas into action. So many people, they only have those ideas in their head. They don't write it down. And after some time, it will fade off. No wonder we have so many ideas that just go down the grave without manifesting, because it was not written. When you set your goals, you put it in a place you can see. With time, it comes to manifestation, because your mind will be there. You go back to it, you plan, what are the steps I need to take today? What are the steps I need to take in the next 1 week? What are the steps I need to take in the next 1 month? In the next 1 year, what are the things I need to do? Now, we all know SMART goals. Specific, we have to be specific. It must be measurable. Specificity, what exactly do you want to achieve? We've written it in the chart. I like teaching people. I love caring for others. I enjoy coding. I love baking. I want to see people succeed. What exactly do you want to achieve? That's part of our achievements. Measurable. How will you know what you have achieved? How do you want to measure it? Now, I will use Mindful Mom as an example. When this vision of Mindful Mom came, I don't even know, can I use the word, I don't know how big or how huge it's going to look like. But when I approached one of the organizations and I told them my plans, I have everything written down already. Okay, these are the things I want to do, these are the things I want to achieve. And I dropped it on the family workers table. She was like, wow, Janet, this is huge. This is a huge project. Yes, it is huge. But one step at a time. One step at a time. I started with doing one-on-one section with mothers. What do you want to do? Sit down. Oh, I have a plan. I have a business I want to start. I have a career. I want to go back to school, or I need a job. Okay, sit down. How can we achieve this? What are the certifications you need to do for those that want to go back into the workforce? For business, what are the skills you have? We sit down, we map it out. We plan together, go back to it after 1 week. What are the things you've been able to achieve? Oh, today I don't even feel like doing anything. I'm tired. I don't even see this will work. Don't worry, it's going to work. Just put your mind to it. In the next 1 week, I'm going to call you back on what we need to do. I'm making it measurable, because if we don't do that, we will not achieve it. We are all mothers here. There are so many plans we have, New Year resolution at the beginning of the year. If we have not had someone to encourage us, even this vision, this mindful mom vision that I'm doing, you people are encouraging me at the same time. So it's helping me to keep going, to remember the goals I've set, to keep going. That is the importance of support group. It's more than, support group is more than, oh, I have a coach. No, coach even needs encouragement at times. Someone made an advert one time like that, do you need a mentor, blah blah blah. I now commented on the person's post that, oh, I need a mentor too, that mentors need mentor. That is it. You must be able to know exactly what you want to achieve. Because when you know that this thing is what I want, then it will keep you going. It will help you to keep moving. Even in the face of discouragement, you will get there. Achievable. Is it realistic based on your resources and time? Let's assume you want to build an application, let's say an e-commerce application, and you are telling your client it's going to be ready in 3 days. Is that achievable? Can someone tell me that? E-commerce application in 3 days. Is that achievable? I'm waiting. Yes. No way. No way. That is the purpose of this. There is no way you can do an e-commerce application in 3 days. The same thing with us. I just use that as an example because it's what we can relate with. Whatever you want to do, don't put your hope too high. Make it small. Break it down. You want to teach young people? Yes, fine. Don't stand up in a day and say, I want to reach 10,000 young people today. It will not work. It will frustrate one's life. The same thing with people creating content on social media today. They want to make it right now. There was a story of a young mom, though she's late now, so painful. Whenever she make a post, she always oh, you are my friend. You are my friend, and you are not liking my post. Oh, that means you are not my friend. Blah blah blah. I now saw that comment one day, and I had to call her. Madam, you are putting pressure on yourself. That you are expecting people to love what you are doing. You're expecting people to relate with you on this thing. Stop having this kind of mindset, because this will drain you. Why can't you try this strategy, try this strategy, try this strategy? No, she didn't heed to my advice. She was like, no, so far I'm your friend, you have to, no, that I'm your friend does not make me your customer. That is another thing that can help us to be achievable. That I am your friend does not make me your customer. We must be realistic in whatever we are doing. We must just have that at the back of our mind. The resources, do you have, even if it's maybe, let's assume I'm a young person and that I'm one of your target audience, but do you have the resources for me to buy into your services or idea? Do you have the time? Do you have the time for me? Because the experience I've had with Mindful Mom, some mothers, they prefer this group, while some mothers, they prefer one-on-one section. They want one-on-one section. So we must be able to define this achievable goal for us to meet our target audience. Then how relevant, how does this goal relate to your business vision? Your vision is you want to impact young people. You want to impact lives. Even like the person that wrote, I like teaching young people, I also love caring for others. It's hand in hand. Yes. Both of that passion is making an impact. Does this relate with your business vision? Then you have to set a time bound. What's your deadline? Like my former boss would say, your deadline means you are dead. Your deadline means you are dead. That means no moving forward. You have to achieve it. What is the time bound for this? How long do you want to do it? How much time do you want to dedicate to each phase of this? Now, I want us to write one business goal using this framework. And what is the framework? I will launch my website and get my first 5 clients by 31st of December. Is that achievable? Mothers, are you there?
Yeah, sorry for the delayed response. I'm actually in the kitchen, so my hand is wet. I have to clean it before I can type.
Oh, okay. No problem. Yes.
That's work in 3 months. That's like 3 months.
Yes, mommy.
So with dedication, but looking at your schedule, can that work? So it depends on the individual, but I think beyond reasonably, that should work.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yes. So with that, and how this can works with her budgets and time management. It's easy to say, oh, in the next 5 months, I'm going to build a house or I'm going to build this application. It is very, very easy. Like very easy to say. But when we have a budget and time management on this, it will be achievable. And this budget works with our financial planning because we need some money to put this to work, especially this website thing. As cheap as domain is, we need money. Do we have the money to achieve that? We have to write it out. If we don't have the money, how do we want to raise the fund? That's another thing. For someone in the career line, I want to get certified in the next 2 months or in the next 3 months. Do you have the money to pay for the certification? If you don't have money, how can I get free vouchers, free trainings? Where do I need to go? Yes, Google have a lot of certifications that are free, a lot of classes. At the moment, I'm doing a course on machine learning. Do I have the time? Because it's part of the budget and your time management. Do I have the time to sit down 1 hour per week to learn. The labs are not cheap. There are some labs that have been struggling with 3-4 times now. The labs are not easy to do. I have, like, because if you really want to achieve this thing, you want to cover this thing in 2 months or in 3 months, then you must be ready to dedicate like 10 hours per week. I must be sincere with you. Are you ready to burn the night candles to do this? We have to be real. I don't deceive myself. Be real about anything you are doing. That's more reason we have a lot of pressure on ourselves. Oh, I've not been able to achieve this for the past 3 months. It's as if I'm not even adding any value. No, you have to get it right from the beginning. Don't deceive yourself. Don't start too many certifications. Start with one, finish it. Go to the next one, finish it. Don't register for 2-3 certifications at the same time, even if it is free, to avoid pressure. So now we'll talk about the cost, then planning our time. It is very, very essential, as this will help us to reduce stress and keep everything organized. It will help us to be organized. We need to list potential expenses that we put in place. We have to write it out. Very important. Write it out. Don't just put it in your head that I will need this. No, write everything out. Make it plain. You have to write it out and make it plain. Understand how much you will need to get started. Okay, now, what are the 3 time management strategies that you will implement to work on your vision, or on your vision, the business, if you are in the business side or the career side? What are the management strategies, time management strategies you want to implement? I want to hear from us. Management strategies. What are our time management strategies that we want to implement? Is it setting aside 1 hour a day? Oh, yes. Finding sticky notes helpful? Yes. Making use of sticky notes and writing out our plans? Yes. So we have to define it on that sticky note. What are the things I want to achieve today? I want to write an article. You write it out. In the next 2 hours, I want to dedicate this to article, or in the next 1 hour, I want to dedicate to my business strategies. We write it out on our sticky note. Also, balancing these are goals with family and personal life. There is need for us to balance it, because this is one of the challenges mother face a lot. We have plans, we have goals, but most times family rule all these things out. One of the things that have worked for me is I do most of the important things very early in the morning before my children wake up. So with that, it will help me to be productive. Very early in the morning before they wake up is the most productive time for me. So I always target that, or at night when they have all gone to bed. We have to balance it. Our health is important, because when they are awake and we've not been able to do whatever we want to do, we have it in mind. Oh, I've not done this today. Oh, how will I do this now? Oh, blah blah blah. The pressure is there. We are not looking happy. We are looking so down even before we start the day. Look at the most productive period for yourself, the most productive period for you. Then work with it. Be real with it. Then what are the marketing strategies we want to put in place? This is another topic on its own. I just want to do an intro to it. Write out the marketing strategy that you want to put in place that can help you. Next week, we are going to talk more on this marketing strategy because it's a module on its own. Because without marketing, the best ideas can go unnoticed. It's the same thing with speaking with recruiters or writing to organizations or submitting a resume or cover letter. Cover letter is for you to market yourself. Yes, some people do believe organizations don't read cover letter, but they do read most of the time. So it's an avenue for us to sell ourselves. Finally, today we've had a lot of discussion. I want to encourage us by taking the first step. Taking this first step is crucial. Sincerely. Mamas, you are doing a good work. It's crucial for you to transform your passion into profit. You need to reflect on what you have learned that have helped you, that can solidify your plan. You really need it. It's more than just listening. We have to take steps. When we take steps, it will help us to keep going. Now, our assignment for today is to write the next actionable step that we can take in the next few weeks. What are the steps we need to take in the next few weeks? Or let me say by next week, what we want to achieve. What we want to achieve in the next few weeks. I want us to write it out. We can write it on our sticky note. By next week, I want to do my first business plan drafts. Or if it's career, I want to register for a certification in my field. Or I want to submit 2 or 3 resumes to so and so organization. Write it out. Make it clear. Another question is, what is one small achievable action you can take in the next few days? Achievable actions you can take in the next few days. What are the resources or support do you need to take this step? You are feeling so down, you need some encouragement. You want to schedule a section with me, please feel free. Oh, Oluwadunsi, I need 15 minutes of your time this week. I am available. Sincerely, very much available for you. On Monday, I need 15 minutes. Yes, I am ready to sit down with you and let's map out this plan. Let's do it together. You are doing a good job. You don't need to be so overwhelmed, being discouraged with it. You are not alone. I really want to appreciate us all for joining this section today, and I want to encourage us to take action. Take action. As much as you are accountable for your success, and we encourage us to take action. And there is time for everything. There is time for everything. I would love to hear from us soon. Don't forget, you are not alone. You need someone to rub minds with. You are still getting stuck in your career plan or business plan. Please don't hesitate to get in touch with me. Thank you for joining this section. I hope you enjoy it. See you next week as we'll be talking about overcoming self-doubt, building confidence in your business journey. And we are going to start with the marketing strategies. We want to talk about the marketing strategies on how to go about it, because that will boost your confidence more, for you to really see where your target audience are, or if it's career, what are the things you need to look into. Thank you so much and remain blessed. Have a nice day.